I just figured that I'd come on and just talk about what I'm facing today, and then if anyone has questions, I figured I'd answer some questions. So things that bother us, trigger us, that we struggle with, those are lessons. And some stuff happened today that I'm not surprised about, considering that the eclipse was going in last night, going into today. Last night, this morning. And so our shadow, my shadow, is being pushed to the surface. I'm not surprised in one way that this happened, but I'm surprised in another way that it did. I'm not surprised that it happened today if it was going to happen because of this, because of the eclipse, but I'm surprised that it did happen in general because I wasn't expecting it. I had applied to be put back on the emergency subsidized housing list. And today I got an email saying, like, I'm approved for the regular list, but I haven't been approved for the emergency or priority status list. And I'm surprised in hearing that because I surrendered this to Eric, Archangel Uriel, and my team. And I had so much faith that I was going to get approved, to the point that it was like I knew that I was going to get on. And I didn't. I'm somewhat proud of myself right now over the fact that I haven't completely broken down in a way that I would have if I had found this out before I went on my trip. But I'm still not 100% okay. This is a perfectly clear example as to where I struggle with acceptance and trust in what's going on in my team. Because the regular list for this is 8 years. And I can't see myself surviving living here another year, let alone 8. And there's multiple things that I'm kind of getting off of this. One, more training, which I know I don't have to do, but for some reason I'm putting myself through it. More training, more helping me have my shadow and my shit surface, help me fall into more neutrality and balance myself out. There's a possibility that if I got bumped up, put on too soon, it would have been not good. So waiting a little bit longer, or whatever, something better is being brought to me. And my mind spins to how, though, because unless Eric and my team pull some sort of miracle and bump me up out in front of 8 years of people waiting to winning the lot, ding, we'll see if that happens, to or the ding to winning the lottery, one of the two, or winning the lottery, or having a sponsor, or someone, or money just showing up in my bank account, and the thing is, and that's, again, this is what it is like, because it's not, I'm very thankful I've got a roof over my head. And it's just, this was triggering for me. And again, it makes sense considering that the eclipse was last night going into this morning. Something was going to happen today in order to surface my shadow, my shit, and in order for me to keep blasting up. Irene says, hey girl, nice to have you back, love you here. Oh, thank you, I appreciate that. I'm still not quite sure how I'm feeling about it. I'm still not quite sure how I'm feeling about it, but it gave me a change. I mean, when it was first freshly done, I liked it, but now that it's starting to wash out and dull down, I'm okay with it, but I'm not used to this color. And then like it clashes with like the blue that I'm wearing. I feel that doesn't matter anyway. So thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. So I have lessons I'm having to face with this in acceptance. Being okay with knowing that I'm where I'm at and it's for good reason. All things work for me, not against me, that there's good reason why I wasn't put on this list. And this is where I have my struggles with acceptance and trust. This is a really good example of that. And then I keep getting this flash of someone who I had to block recently, excuse me, trying to say to me that all I care about is the money. That's not the case. Am I just like anyone else and I struggle with money as well? Yes, but I'm getting a lot better at it. At the end of the day, I don't want to charge anything for my stuff. It's just right now, that's my means of income. And that's not much. And I offer free readings often. In fact, if anyone has any questions here, I'm offering it for free. So please feel free to ask questions if you have any. You know, it's, I want true happiness. And the material doesn't matter for that. And the stuff we distract ourselves with doesn't matter for that. And I recognize that. See, the way I'm feeling right now, I'm like so torn right now between acceptance and surrender versus resistance and frustration and not knowing what I'm doing and what's going on. On one end, I'm like, it's fine, it's okay, you can get through this. There's a reason why that you didn't get put on this list. And the other part of me is going, I can't do this anymore. How can I live? How can I live another year like this? How can I live another year, let alone 8 years? How can I get through this living here 8 years? But then letting it go, accepting it, accepting where I am in this now, staying in this now, accepting it, work on the negative thoughts and feelings I have on it, continue to surrender, let it go, and know that I'm being brought into something bigger and more beautiful than what I can imagine. I'm trying, guys. Where's the chat? Oh, Jess, always learn to be checking for you. Glad to see you. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, Jess. I'm happy to see you too. This one's a difficult one for me. Because in my mind spins to, again, my wants, right? And then that's where we go into my will versus thy will. Because my mind goes, I'm, again, thankful. I'm beyond thankful I've got a roof over my head. At the same time, I want to be in a home where I have peace and quiet. I don't have neighbors living above me that don't give a fuck what they do and the noise that they make. That I have a balcony or something where I can sit outside, right outside my own place, and enjoy being outside and in nature. That I have an area that I like to go for walks in, and there is some nature in it. You know, these are my wants that I've got, and it's trying to let it go. There's a comment here. Like to give some positive, Justice saying, I'd like to give you the positive words, but depends on the minute on when you're at where you're at as well. Use your way of getting out of the person you created for yourself. Yeah, that's, see, that surfaced for you as well, right? Yeah. And that's just it. I'm in that space too. Reminding myself I'm not actually trapped. What's in here is actually more free. We're more free in here than we are out here. Out here is what is within here being projected outward. So remembering I'm not actually trapped, I only feel like I am. And then my mind goes, how am I going to get out of this? I don't make enough money to be able to live on my own. I am luck. Again, what is luck? I make my reality, and this has all been set up, and it's all perfectly timed, and I get that. But just to explain right now within the one layer to help to explain, I'm lucky. I've got my parents around helping me out. They help me out with groceries. And if I need medication and I can't afford it. If something happens where my rent messes up for some reason, they'll help me pay that until I can pay them back. At the same time, I'm tired of living like this. I want to be able to get my own car and drive to the store and get groceries myself. I don't want to have to lean on anyone to be able to live. At the same time, I don't care about, like, I don't, and that's just it. I don't want to be in a spot where I have to charge to do this stuff anymore either. I want enough income or abundance, or however you want to word it, to not worry about any of this stuff. Have my own home that I love, be able to go out and do whatever I want without worrying about money or abundance, and be able to give it just back to everybody and not charge for this stuff ever again. And again, that's clinging onto my will versus my will over thy will, and, you know, holding onto these little pieces of illusion that are causing me to be miserable. And I recognize that. But that's the point of all this, is I recognize what that is, and I'm working on letting it go and surrendering and accepting and just being okay with where I'm at in each now. And when I do have my thoughts about money, you know, judgment, ego, the want of it, I do the thought and energy work on that, and I let it go. It actually took me a really long time to stop feeling gross about myself, about charging people money to talk to their loved ones. I've had to work hard on not being in judgment toward that. Jess is saying, I know, which is why I checked for you. Or you ruminate on how self-care and self-love is the only way. As me do anything else. It's embarrassing. Knowing self-care and self-love is the, and that's just it. I don't know any other way. I mean, we can go back. I could go back to doing that whole robotic 9-to-5, force myself to work in jobs that I feel sick doing. You know, I can do that. I can force myself to go work 1 to however many jobs that I need to and make a ton of money that way. And hi, Haran, how are you? I love you. I love all of you. You know, I could force myself to go do these jobs, do whatever jobs make bank. But I want real happiness, and I don't want to force myself to be doing things. We're not here to do that anymore. We don't have to do that. Force ourselves to do things that we don't find joy and passion and love doing. And that's where this is hard, because it's like, yeah, so I can get myself out of this trap, out of this prison I made for myself by going and working jobs and being exhausted and miserable that way. Or I can sit here and I can do the thought and energy work and melt illusion away and allow real reality to come online, which is freedom. We'll have our full abilities to full awareness. I won't even need a car because we'll have our Merkabus or however flying is going to work, you know? Like, and that's just as much as I'm struggling with that end of things on the other end. So what is coming online is so cool. Eric is coming online stronger. Robin's coming online stronger. Robin Williams, Archangel Raphael, he's coming online stronger. The way my body feels is so cool. You know, I do have things brought to me without even trying. Haran is saying you just finished up watching me. What movie did you just watch, Haran? What's up? What's up with you? With me? Yeah, I just explained that I got rejected for the emergency subsidized housing, and the regular wait list is 8 years long. In this now, my mind goes, how am I going to survive living in this place for 8 fucking years? Unless Eric, myself, my team pulls off some miracle. Bumping me up to the front of that 8-year wait list. unless I get a lottery ticket and I win the lottery, I get a sponsor, somehow money is put in my bank and a shit ton of money all of a sudden just shows up on my account and the bank is like, yeah, that's cool, it's yours for whatever reason. I can't see, just like Jess said, I can't see how I'm going to get out of this. And I can't go work random 9-to-5 jobs. I can't do it. It's a Lifetime movie about some detective murder thing. Oh, that's interesting. Thanks, Haran. I'm really trying. This is a big lesson. This is another big lesson. Like I was saying, it's surfaced right now. I'm not surprised to get the email saying this today because of the eclipse, but I am surprised that I got the email being rejected in general. I didn't expect that. And learning to trust and have faith in the fact that my team didn't help me get on that and that there's good reason for it, that's difficult. This is a big lesson on me for accepting this. There's a big lesson for me in accepting this and knowing it's okay. I got this. There's a reason that there's good reason why I didn't get accepted. See, and then, like I just said, I cling to illusion just like everyone else. You know, my mind then spins too within illusion. Again, I need to remember everyone's not a victim. I always use my Kleenex box. Okay, let's see if I can do this without dropping my phone. I use my Kleenex box to freaking hold my phone up, and then I get screwed because I need Kleenex, and then I'm like, I can't access my Kleenex. Accesses. Oh, there we go, and I just dropped my phone. Sorry, guys, hang on. Sorry. Okay. There we go. Sorry about that. Anyway, this is where it gets hard, and I struggle too. Is just, again, staying in the now and accepting that I got rejected for that list for good reason. That there's good reason for it, and it's working for me, not against me, and I'm not screwed and we're being screwed. Oh, hi, Angela. How are you? Please don't worry. You can help very soon. It will not be 8 years, you promise. You'll be balling and I'll be safe very soon. Oh, thanks, Haran. That's just it. It's, again, I am lucky. I am so fucking thankful. I am so thankful. I am so fucking thankful I have a roof over my head. I am so thankful I have a roof over my head. I don't have to sleep in tarp and garbage bags. I am so thankful. And I can feel I'm becoming more neutral and balanced about this. Like I said, I feel like this trip that I just came back from gave me a reset. I'm just also still struggling with it too. I missed a message here. Jess is saying, did you see Eric working on microbiome health work? I know that's part of your issue. You can't align with your spiritual higher self. You can't. I can imagine beautiful things for others, not just for you. That's, yeah. Try practicing working on that, Jess. That's a big thing. Imagination is visualizing, and it's actually very real. Now, anything negative obviously is not real, but our internal is more real than the external in a sense. So try and work toward like visualizing and believing and seeing beautiful things for yourself as well. That's super, super, super important. You know, being in that space, like what I should be doing is, and I try and do this, is just being in that space of thank you for the home that I love, for this car that I've got, for all the love that's within and around me. Thank you so much for helping me be, for being in peace and happiness and joy and love no matter what, in every situation. You know, thanking for what, thanking all for what you already have, and then for those things that you want, because we technically already have them. So thanking all in a way that's in a way that like you already have it. That's super important. And then you were asking if I see Eric working with microbiome health. I just saw him smiling, wiggling his eyebrows. And I am seeing him in like a lab coat and a notebook. So I feel like that there is something with him helping with that. So trust yourself. And if you're feeling that, trust yourself in that. And if, yeah, trust yourself. And you can ask him for help. Like anyone can ask Eric for help with anything. Like the thing is when we label archangels and angels to be specified in certain areas, that can help. That can be a really good helpful tool with an illusion. But the truth of it all is when you zoom out and remember we all share the same consciousness, Eric and Robin and Mike, Archangel Michael and Archangel Gabriel and Yeshua and Buddha and us, we can all do the same thing. We can all do the same thing. We all have the same ability. There is no hierarchy. You don't, it helps. These are tools that help with an illusion. So I was just getting that reminder there as well. But yeah, work towards seeing, imagining beautiful things for yourself, for all, because all is you. But work towards seeing beautiful things for yourself as well. I'm sending you hearts back to you, Angela. I actually did that one I did really well. I'm like, that one looked actually pretty good. So thanks, Haran. I'm happy to see you guys too. I do get excited being on here, and the excitement picks up as I get people asking more questions. I just also have that space where I feel silly when it's quiet. So I get mixed emotions on that as well. I'm working on. So I don't know. Microbiome, gut health is so important, yet cigarettes and Red Bull is how you get through work. Well, life in general. I hear you, dude. It's, I just got hit with a reminder of try not to judge that, because anything that we label as like unhealthy or bad, again, we make our reality. And it's like I think it's Conversations with God. They ask, is the darkness bad? And he's like, it's a tool, and it's only bad if we make it, it's not actually bad. So if you feel that those are things that are negative, you can ask for perception change, do thought and energy work on it, and then you can ask for help on, getting yourself off those things as well. There's certain things that I indulge in right now, and I have I've had my period where it did start to taper off, but then some stuff happened and it came back online again for me. And just like with me as well, same thing for me, thought and energy work, and asking for perception change, neutrality, and help with pulling myself back off of those different habits and distractions and whatnot. So you're not alone in that. All right, let's go with the questions. Yeah, right. Questions. Oh, hi, Angela. Yeah, it's great to see you too. Hi, hey, Samantha. Hey, Sam. How are you? Haran, can you channel Kendall Schmidt's higher self? He's your favorite member from the American boy band Big Time Rush. Oh, geez. I can try. I get nervous. Sorry, my nose. I can try. Excuse me. I get nervous when people ask me to channel people who are still incarnated, which technically, in a sense, everyone is, because we all share the same consciousness. And then I have blocks starting, and I just have to be honest with where I'm at so that you guys know. I'm also getting nervous because I don't really know anything about Big Time Rush. I don't know anything. I know nothing about Big Time Rush. I can't even picture what Kendall, you said his name's, see, I don't even know his name, Kendall Schmidt. So I'm nervous because I'm like, I know nothing, but that's good. And ask Eric exactly. And so I'm like, but that's what makes me nervous, because I'm like, one of two things can happen. I'm going to be completely wrong with what I get, or I'm going to be right. So he's a blonde German guy. Okay. And see, no, I can feel Eric playing right here with my ear. So is there a certain question you have for him, Haran? Let me know if you have a certain question for him. And Samantha's saying this week was so difficult for you. You're emotional and was sensitive now after purging. You feel great. Oh, that's amazing. You feel great. I'm glad that you do. This week has been a rough one for me as well. I feel like it's been a rough one for several people, and I do believe part of that is because of the eclipse. We do cling to the illusion of linear time still, and stuff like, and space affects us and whatnot. The moon affects us, so it's surfacing our shadow, and that does tend to happen after a purge. Is you do feel lighter and better. I was feeling good today until I got that email. But yeah, I'm glad you're feeling so much better, Sam. That's amazing. Yeah, Harden, do you have a question for him? Not really, just want to know what message he has for you and soon to be wife me. Okay, that's actually funny because I was just getting hit with just seeing what he's saying to the fact that you're such a big fan of his, basically. And then I just saw that you said that, so there you go. And then want to know what message he has for you and a soon to be wife, Mika Turkovic. Okay, I did see him do this, like just one, like a thank you. Does he play guitar? I don't know if he does. I don't know if he plays guitar, but I'm seeing guitar being played. Shit, now I feel stupid. If that's wrong, I feel really fucking dumb, and then I question myself. Oh, he does play guitar? Okay, cool. Really? He does? Okay. Because I saw like hands like go and like hearing the sound of the guitar. Oh, he does? Okay. I didn't know that. Thank you. Sorry. I'm working on trust and belief in myself. And I just had someone come at me really hard the other day because they didn't like a status that I'd made on my Facebook. And they just called me a fake and a fraud, and I definitely questioned myself, but that was confirmation again. I can do this. I can channel. I just need to believe in it. So so he did that. And he was saying thank you for being a fan, and like I saw like the whole like just a good like a hard strum down and like hearing brrr of the guitar. And then I'm getting the reminder of equal. He's calling you guys brothers. He's pulling you into a hug. I'm getting a feeling of, okay, and I'm getting tickled. Okay, yeah, I'm getting the soul connection feeling between you two. There is a connection that you have with him. I am feeling like he was being like metaphorical but also literal in calling you guys brothers. I feel like you do have a lifetime connection of being brothers, but there's definitely this familiarity between you two. Yeah, he's saying thank you. Yeah, so he's just reiterating thank you for being a fan, but then I'm seeing the equal sign for equal. And I just saw big smiles and like clapping, basically representing excitement. He's showing me he's excited over getting married. Divinely planned that and everything else. And he's pointing out that goes for everyone. And he's pointing out the stuff that us on here and whoever else watches this, that your stuff that we're struggling with, that's divinely planned too. He's saying take those lessons, learn from them, and grow. He's playing music as he's saying you got this. So that's that was to all of us, but he's I'm asking for anything directly to you. He's just pulling you to hug again and saying thank you. I swear to God, I just saw him give you a kiss on the cheek. And that kiss was like, it felt magical. It was like healing and brotherly and love, and I'm just got a hit of I'm with you. I'm with you. So let's see here. We got it. Don't worry. His guitar's so amazing. Tell him that. Oh, he's saying that your guitar work is so amazing. He's just laughing and he's saying thank you. He's laughing. He's saying thank you. Pulled you into hug again. Yeah, he's laughing and said thank you. But they do when, and I'm getting that feeling of like when celebrities are complimented with back home, it does, they just kind of laugh, and they always point out that we're equal. And then I also get a hit of we can all do it too, but they do still also play these roles, and they have fun with them back home with these roles. So okay, so Sam had said you had had a dream about your grandmother twice. Is there any more messages she wants to give you? She just pulled you into a hug. She's playing with the name, because it's with the name of Samantha, Sammy. She's just being endearing and playful with the name of Samantha. And she pulled you into a hug. She's like brushing your hair back with her hands as she's hugging you and like giving you kisses on your head. She's saying she loves you. Keep going. Keep doing the work you're doing. Have faith and belief and trust in yourself. It looks like she's almost wearing like a nightgown or some sort of like house coat or something. I don't know if that's significant for you. It also just has the feeling of just comfort and grandmotherly feeling. And I swear she's calling you an endearing nickname in another language, but I can't vocalize it. I'm going to get it wrong, so I apologize for that. And now she just has you in her lap, and she's just holding you, just like a child. She's saying she's here with you always. She loves you. She's just holding you like a child, just comforting you, making sure that you're there, making sure you know that she's there. What was that oh yeah, she was just, and then yeah, she just with the keep going, with the stuff that you're doing, working on what's coming online. It's like a thumbs up. She's saying good job, keep doing it. Jess is saying, will you ask your higher self, spirit guide, what action will you take to unstuck yourself? Okay. Okay. And what I'm getting in my head right away is believe. Believe in yourself. Believe in magic. Reminding you to do the thought and energy work. They're pointing the device that I had given you earlier. You know, we work with your imagination on yourself as well. Surrendering and acceptance. Not a very satisfying answer, I know, but what I'm also doing is I'm getting a prompt to just pull from my cards here that are really good at giving advice. These are like my advice cards, basically. So I'm getting the prompt to pull from this and just see what kind of more solid tactile advice. Okay, so what advice do you guys have for Jess to unstuck herself in the situation she's in, get herself out of her self-made prison trap? What advice do you guys have for her that's going to benefit her in this now? I'm asking her spirit team, higher self, Source, Yeshua, Eric. Thank you. Okay, so that doesn't surprise me. Okay, so the first one you got is purpose. So, okay, just to reiterate, how I read my cards is spirit highlights what I'm to read on them, plus I get stuff in my head, plus I get body confirmation like tickles and pokes and stuff. Sometimes they have me read the whole card, sometimes it's only pieces of it. So that's why I do my readings the way I do, because that's how spirit works with me and how I work with spirit when it comes to reading cards. So, it's reminding you that every situation or person is placed on your path with a purpose. It may be to strengthen you, offer you an opportunity to resolve or forgive the past, release old patterns, or for your enjoyment. Your life purpose is ultimately do that which brings you joy, satisfaction, and fulfillment. Seeking these soul qualities will place you on the path of your destiny. Once on your life path, allow nothing and no one to deflect you from your mission. Your guidance is asked your angel to help you to find the purpose of your current situation, or if you are ready, your life mission. mission. Align your strength and willpower and hold your intention I'm getting tickled. Okay, confirmation too for this. So align your strength and willpower and hold your intention to fulfill your purpose. The angels will support you and you will succeed. And then affirm, I am strong and determined. I am strong and determined. And so as I was reading this, I was getting hit with playfulness, like play, where I was reading, bring your life purpose is to ultimately do that which brings you joy, satisfaction, fulfillment. So get into that mode of play, especially childlike wonder and play. That's going to help with this as well. Getting in a mode of play helps bring you into a place of joy and peace and happiness, and that helps with all that as well. And then you've got creativity. So it suggests you explore your creative potential now. It's an energy. Sorry, there is a bug crawling on my finger. There's a reason for that too, so I'll look into that later. Anyway, creativity is an energy for adventure and change. It may herald a new idea, inspiration for a book, artistic vision, or a new project. Let your imagination flow. That's funny. That's funny that we were highlighted. We were highlighting with imagination, and they prompted me to talk about that right before pulling these cards again. Imagination. Use your imagination, let it flow, and use it with yourself. Use it not just for others, but with yourself as well. That's really, really, really important, because again, what's in here is projecting out there. So work on your imagination for yourself as well. If you do not know how to channel the force, you may feel restless or dispirited. So ask your angel to help you direct your creative energy towards something worthwhile. The angel wisdom reminds you that you are a co-creator with the divine. Use your power with wisdom and joy, and affirm, I enjoy my creative powers and use them for the highest good. And then the last one that you got here, this totally makes sense as well. You got self-worth. That's really cool, because again, linking into the imagination stuff that we were talking about earlier, doing it, and what I just said here, doing it for yourself, that's part of your self-worth. Using your imagination with beautiful things for yourself as well. So self-worth bestows a sense of confidence, expectation of success, and ability to love. Decide on clear boundaries and limits and firmly decline to let others step over them or manipulate you. You will earn respect. When you value yourself, you become open and friendly, slow to take offense, and quick to forgive. And see, as I'm reading that about like setting your boundaries and limits, I'm also hearing self-care, self-care, self-love, doing things for yourself. Again, doing things that bring you joy and happiness just because they bring you joy and happiness, not for any other reason, just to do it because it makes you happy and brings you joy. So when you value yourself, you become open and friendly, slow to take offense, and quick to forgive. Remind yourself that you are likable and lovable. Do not let others press your buttons. Stand tall and confident. And then I'm getting the reminders I read about that. If your buttons are being pressed by others, that there's a lesson within yourself. You're being triggered for a reason. So put up those boundaries if you need, but again, it's always important to zoom out, remember what this is, what the lessons are, and go within and work on those lessons and heal yourself from within. With true self-worth, you radiate a golden aura which influences others and makes them feel good too. Ask your angel to step into your aura and guide you, and affirm, I am confident and worthwhile. I am confident and worthwhile. So that is some advice that you're getting to help you get yourself out of that. Find and do things that bring yourself joy, happiness, passion. Oh, there was one card that I didn't pull out of the box. I feel like I should read this too. It's mercy. So to develop a quality of mercy, forgive yourself and everyone around you. Be magnanimous, see the good in others, and give them the benefit of the doubt. Open up to compassion, but most of all, access the wisdom within that recognizes the divine in every creature. When you temper your attitude to others with mercy, you offer them grace. You spread much light, joy, and freedom, and empower others to find the good in themselves. Choosing this card may mean that the angels of mercy are offering you release from your pain or difficulties. Accept it graciously and affirm, I am merciful. And that's just it. As we spread light and joy and freedom into power in others, we're empowering ourselves. So with whatever you're struggling with, like it just said, you can turn to your team and ask for help with that as well. Kind of a small reflection of what I was saying earlier too. So hopefully that'll help a little bit. But honestly, if I could give you anything else outside that, I know that some of that can be frustrating to hear, but it's just, that's all I know that works. And this is the stuff that I channel. Thought and energy work, acceptance, surrender, and then doing some of those tactile things, like doing things like self-care, doing things that bring you love, happiness, joy, laughter, living for you, man, being you, living for you. And this is all advice I need to take for myself as well. It's difficult though. So hang on a second. Okay, so I'm just bringing myself back up here. So I hope that that helps a little bit, gives you some advice. I hope that helps. Let's see here. Samantha, you're so strong. Believe me, you give me so much. And you get, aw, thank you. You guys give me the inspiration, man. You guys give me inspiration. You guys prompt me to do this, so thank you. And just asking for a message from Robin. Right away. I got 2 greetings from him simultaneously for you. I saw him go, they like do the blow kiss and say hi, like say hello. But then I also at the exact same time, or like a split second after, like almost no time in between, I got a visual of him as Mrs. Doubtfire with like the cake on his face, looking above the fridge, going hello. I love him so much. Okay, Robin, what message do you have for Angela? I'm here. I'm with you. I'm sorry. I know the stuff's standard, but these are the messages they want to give because they want you guys to know that they are there and you're not alone. So right away I'm here. I'm with you. I'm seeing his arms. I'm seeing his arms going out, and I know that that's like him hugging you and holding you, guiding you. I'm hearing from him to bring me online. Because I'm not the only one that these guys will be all solid with too. They're coming online for everyone. So he's saying to you as well, bring me online. I swear to God, he's being silly. I swear to God, he said, bring me online, baby. Like, bring me online, baby. Hey, Robin, what do you have to say to Angela? He's smiling really gently at you. He's sitting in front of you and he's holding your hands and he's saying, talk to me. I don't know if you know he's one of your guides or if you're wishing that you could work with him more and have him as one of your main guides or something, but there's just this really strong feeling. I'm getting quite the strong feeling of he's with you, he's willing and wanting to work with you. He's offering for you to talk to him more, lean on him, surrender things to him, help him guide you. Yeah, and I'm getting tickled as I'm saying that he's really wanting you to know that he's like, I'm getting a feeling like one of the main members of your team as well, and he's letting you know he's here, and he's willing to work with you and wants to work with you, and he does this often too. He's putting out the offer to cuddle up and watch one of his movies with him. Yeah, okay, yeah. He likes doing this. It's again, it sounds standard, but he likes doing this. He wants you to pick one of his movies. I am seeing Mrs. Doubtfire being highlighted. And possibly RV, but whatever movies he's also pointing out, and Aladdin, I don't know, but he's also pointing out whatever movies of his that like you want to. He knows I'm like kind of like only your movies. But it's not a narcissistic thing. It's just because a lot of his movies are just it's because it's him. First of all, there's a lot of them are light and playful, a lot of them are serious too. But you know, a lot of them are light and playful, and it's to connect with him more. That's why it's not an ego narcissistic thing. It's because it's his energy that's attached to them. And so he's offering you to cuddle up in comfy clothes, put on a movie and sit with him and like let yourself be open to feeling him, even hearing him, just knowing he's there. Yeah. So that's from Robin. And oh, he just said I love you. So okay. Let's see here. Okay, so Harn, he's such an amazing person, very kind-hearted and joyous energy. That was very apparent in his Instagram live stream 2020. We talked about looking out for your neighbor. Oh, that's sweet. Maybe that's why, because he did like right away when he came in and just like loving. It was like it was loving and gentle. Kiwi lover, ask Eric. You have a lump on your neck. Gonna see doctor. Is it cancer? Ooh, I get nervous with questions like that. Health questions. Is it cancer? That's a yes, no. Eric, is it cancer? Yes or no? Honestly, I'm, dude, I'm sorry. this is probably going to be super disappointing. I apologize, but I'm really feeling blank off of that. It's one of two things. Either because my blocks are so inflated, because I'm so nervous to make me want to cry. I'm so nervous I'm giving you a yes or a no. Yes, because it has to do with cancer. And death isn't a bad thing. You get to go home. And I mean, cancer doesn't necessarily lead to death, but it's still a serious illness. And to say yes or no on either end, I have massive blocks up with that. So I'm feeling kind of blank. If I get hit with anything, I'll let you know. But I have massive blocks up. I apologize. And this is what I'll always be honest with you guys with what I'm getting. And I'm so sorry. I hate not being able to answer questions that I can't force myself to fake an answer. I'm sorry. So I'll just be honest. It's blank right now, and I deeply apologize for that. But what I am seeing with that is I just saw Eric and Robin and then your spirit team just holding your hands. They're with you throughout this and through your doctor's appointment. You're not alone. I am getting that. I did get a visual of that. I saw you sitting there in your doctor's office and like Eric's like holding your hand, and then like Robin's like standing there and like he looks like Patch Adams with like a clipboard and everything, and and then I'm seeing you like encircled by your spirit team. So I am getting that. But as for yes, no, I apologize. I apologize. If I get something, I'll let you know, but that one's a tough one. I've been debating on putting back on my disclaimers, no medical questions, but I also don't want to limit and block myself. But then when it comes to this, then I feel stupid and I feel really bad when someone asks a question. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not getting anything. Like, I feel so bad with that, but I'll at least always be honest. I'll always be honest in what I'm getting in my head. And if I'm not getting anything, if it's blank, I'll let you know. So either I'm not supposed to tell you, or my blocks are too inflated and I'm not getting anything. It's one of the two. So I'm sorry. So Hard saying, giving toilet paper to those who need it, and in his post talked of being kind, smiling when you don't feel like it, and you wish for peace, joy, and love. God bless. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I love that. Um, Samantha's asking what does spirit think of suicide? Non-judgment. Non-judgment. It is what it is. There are those. Ding, yes, there are. Yeah, okay, yeah. There are those that have contracted in that is how it is supposed to go. We are not to judge it. In fact, we are going to get to a point where if someone wants to take themselves home, we are just going to sit with them and be with them while they do it, because we need to stop having people in a space of being afraid and scared and doing it in a lonely setting, where their mind is going off even worse. Because even with that, when we transition, again, we make our reality through the process of thought, which is why when people have experienced, hell or like demons or stuff, when they have out of body, but like near-death experiences, it's because in some way they believe that it's true and that they deserve it. And that's why the moment you call for help, you're pulled out of there. It's not true. You've just inserted yourself in your own created hell simulation. So they're saying it's really... Dang, yes. Okay, I'm just double checking I'm getting this right. It's really important for us to not judge it, and this is why we're trying to teach people the truth about reality and the death process, because it's crucial. We make our reality through the process of thought. So when it comes to suicide, to sit with somebody and remind them you're okay, you're just going home, like your decision's not being judged. That's super important, and we're going to get there. We're just not there right now. But no, they don't judge. There is no wrong, and we're not to judge it, and we need to stop. We need to work toward stopping, like, not judging people who decide to do it or want to do it. We're not going to sit here and necessarily and push for people to do it. We're still going to try and help. The point isn't to come here and just take yourself out right away, but are we to judge it? No. Are we to sit with people who've made that final decision that they're going to? Yeah. It's their choice, and we need to not judge it. Because death is not bad in whatever form. Death is not bad. In fact, it's interesting when I'm watching movies and stuff now and I see someone murder someone else. And, like you can see the audience or other people in the movies like are hating on that person. I'm like, they ascended them. They sent them home. My perspective's starting to change. Like I said, putting up boundaries and stuff. But yeah, we're not to judge it. We're not to judge it. And Spirit definitely doesn't. Spirit doesn't judge it at all. Not at all. Let's see here. Haran, you don't know why your connection's so strong. Are you from the same soul family? That's what I was getting. Yes, I was getting. It's like you guys are part of this kind of basically from the same soul tribe, soul family, soul tribe. Yeah. Hi, Teresa. How are you? Um, Braden is asking what's something we could do for the angels. Immediately, I was hearing be within love and joy. Be within love and joy. That's what they want. Be within love and joy. Um, and why that's for them, it makes it easier for us to interact with them, because when we're within love and joy, we don't have as many blocks up. Just double checking is right. Ding, yes. Our blocks aren't as inflated. When you're in love and joy, your blocks are diminished, and so there's more openings for them to wiggle in and help. And they want to laugh and be in joy with us, because that's what they are. They're always in love and joy, and for us to join them in that space is amazing and beautiful and magical, and they absolutely love it. So being within love and joy, be kind to yourself, be kind to your others. Remember who you are and who all truly is. Love, innocence, and peace. You can't be that, and no one else can, or other people can't. It's not one or the other, it's all. It can't be separated. So to remember to judge and label anyone as bad, negative, evil, to make fun of anybody, bully anybody, anyone or anything, to have any kind of judgment in any way is to do as such to yourself. And then to have that toward yourself is to do as such to others. And to do as such to then God, because that's what all is. We are all literally God. So love, joy, peace, self-love, love for others, kindness, laughter, happiness. That's what we can do for the angels, which is doing it for ourselves. They're giving the reminder that you are them. We are angels as well. People have talked about how angels and archangels can incarnate and don't. That's not necessarily truth. When you remember, we literally all share the same consciousness. So they have everyone. All of us has lived every experience we can think of. We just don't remember in this now. We can't not if we share the same consciousness. So, let's see here. I'm probably going to end this in a few, because we're hitting an hour's mark. So let's just see here. Samantha, what are stuff that's going to be online nowadays? You're able to see auras of people. It takes time and concentration. One time you saw blue light come. That's so beautiful. So what stuff's going to be online? So like you said, seeing auras, telepathy, and this telepathy, it's going to start off with, like you will be able to hear chatter in your head, and there times will be a back and forth kind of telepathy, but it really is coming online where you're just going to know immediately what everyone is going through their consciousness and what they're feeling. There's no back and forth. That's going to come online. I'm still getting the ability to fly and hover, and I need to have faith and believe that, because if I don't start fully believing it, I'm never going to get there and do it. So being able to fly and hover, I'm just double checking. Yes, we're still getting that we're going to be able to shapeshift, transition into our energy form and back into an avatar again without the look of the death process. As someone dies, everyone is going to be able to still see them. Their energy is going to be right there. There's going to be zero idea of separation. None. Completely. That's completely going. All our loved ones. We're meeting up with all of our loved ones. Animals are waking up. Trees and plants are all coming online. The ability to communicate with them is all coming online. Oh my God. And then it goes into like beyond. Oh my God. Then we are going to be able to access, because it's already happening with me, the infrastructure of this. You literally walk around, you can just see the fog, and you can see that you're creating everything within this fog as you're moving through it. It is really beyond what this really is and what's coming online. A lot of it's very beyond. I can't put into human words, even with asking for help with my team, because it's just so magical and it's just so much creation. And like, it really comes down to, this is not at all what we thought it is. It is so fluid. It is so fluid. That's why, again, even within this, I can manipulate my surroundings. I could be in an outdoor setting right now like that. I could be on the top of a mountain right now like that. But I haven't brought online. So that's the stuff I'm getting. A lot of it, even for me, I'm like, what if I'm getting it wrong? It feels too fantastical, but nothing's impossible. And with what I'm already starting to experience, I have to believe. I have to. And I want to, and I have to. And there is proof, for me anyway, personally, that backs it up. So, can you tell the angels happy birthday to your grandpa? I just started hearing in my head everyone singing happy birthday. And I'm just seeing like streamers and like party balloons and like those like whistleblower thingies and all that. And now I'm hearing music playing. Now you've started a party in my apartment. Thank you for that. It is. I swear to God, I'm surrounded by a party. It was instant party mode. That's so funny. Oh God, my apartment is full right now of energy. Thank you. You prompted a party in my apartment. Thank you. That's funny. um, you watched, so Bella's saying she watched a channeling video of Psychic Liz Cross where she channeled Source. She asked if we have free will and Source says we don't because everything is fate. I'm so confused. Okay, as I was reading that, what I was basically getting is, I think what she was picking up on, I never want to, try and discredit or smash another psychic. We all have our own filters. We all have our own blocks. We all have our own flavors. And whatever is being said for a reason. And our minds can only pick up what our minds are ready to accept. What I got from that is fate equaling contracts, the fact that we've planned all this. So it's free will in the sense that we, who we truly are, have planned all of this. And we have put in spaces to kind of like pick and choose what we want to do in this, but we also have these markers that we've hit, these lessons that we've put in this for ourselves that we want to be facing and that we need to face in order to surface our baggage, in order to keep blasting up. You can't get to that by holding on to illusion. You have to let illusion go in order to enter true reality, right? So what I was getting with their whole not being free will because everything's fate, her words and filter are just different. And I don't want to say the word awkward. It's not that it's a judgment. It's just, I don't know how else to explain it right now. It really is. How can we not have free will when we've made this? We've literally made this. Even like a small example for myself. So a small example for myself, using myself as an example, my flight back home that I had the other day, I was starving, and I hadn't had time to get myself food before I got on the plane because of all these circumstances. And I went to look at the ordering menu to pay, nothing on there that I would have liked. And then I didn't realize, since I had upgraded myself to premium, I actually got a free meal. When she handed me the menu for the free meals, everything on there was stuff I don't like, and my team knows I wouldn't eat. And I was sitting there and I'm just like, this feels cruel. Like, why would I be put in this situation where I've been up since 4 a.m. I haven't had a chance to eat. I literally feel like I'm starving right now, and there's nothing on this plane on here that I'm gonna like. Like, this food is like actually gross to me. I can't even put it in my mouth. Like tomatoes and mushrooms, for one example. I don't like tomatoes and mushrooms. Tomatoes and certain things, but not on their own, not in the way it was being offered. And it took a little bit, but I came to realize there is good reason why. Part of it is because if I'd eaten that food, there's a chance that it might have made me sick. Plus, the need to eat is breaking down. My body is turning crystalline, and I was okay not eating. I didn't eat till after 10 o'clock that night, and I was perfectly fine. Usually my blood sugar drops and I get really sick, and that's not happening anymore because the need to eat's breaking down, because our bodies are turning crystalline. We can sustain ourselves off the sun and air. So that being said, I know for a fact that I was part of planning that entire situation. I planned what was on that menu. As much as at first I was like, what the fuck? I don't understand why my team would do this to me. When I got into a good head and heart space, I realized I made the decision. I made this menu for myself. So as much as it felt like I was put in a situation that sucked and I didn't understand at first, when I was able to zoom out, I realized it is free will. I planned this for myself. Again, it's our magical mystery movie made for us, by us. We all share the same consciousness. So is it a matter of not having free will because of fate? Not really. We've planned it out. And so it is free will. It can't not be. So I hope that makes sense. And just remember, like I said, everyone has their own filter, their own blocks, their own flavors. And our brains are only able to take in and accept and convey the messages that we get, that we're ready to hear and accept. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking, wish we could see what you see. Yeah, there's there's certain things that I get to see that I'm really thankful for. I don't get to see as much as what others see. Like what Samantha's seeing, I've seen a little bit, but I feel like she sees it stronger than I do. Where I'm very lucky, where I experience things stronger, is the physical touches, and like how solid they are around me. Not with my eyes yet, we will get there, but physically, it's so strong. It's literally like fingers and hands touching me. It is so cool, and I am so thankful, and it's I'm feeling it almost every moment now. So but remember, we all have these abilities. They're just coming online, one layer at a time. We are all going to get there. So yes, Sam, your body's turning crystalline. Brandon says, God bless you, Uriel. Eric, Uriel went like that and said, thank you. And he's saying, God bless you. And I'm seeing the infinity symbol. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking we just hit the hour mark. So I think I'm going to leave it here. I know I've missed some questions, and I apologize for that, but you guys know I'll be back on at some point to do more readings. I'm also available to, if you want to book any sessions or whatever, you can check out my Facebook groups, Learn, Laugh, Love. My Facebook profile is Tallywa, Aquapuff, in brackets Chantal. If you're looking on desktop, chances are you won't see it, won't be able to see it, but mobile you can, so you can always book a session with me as well, or just keep your eyes open for when I do free readings more on here. I also do free readings on my Facebook as well. But yeah, thank you guys for all of this. I appreciate you all. And I have my lessons in my shit. I'm struggling right now with the email I got today. I'm surprised that I got rejected, but I'm not surprised that if I got rejected, I got the email about it today, because again, eclipse, our shadow is surfacing. Love and light to you too, Manuel. I hope I'm saying your name right. I apologize. You've been in heaven for a little bit. It's awesome. Yeah, it is. It is. I've been in heaven in the astral, like when my avatar's been asleep, and then I've also experienced it very strongly in here, walking. When I've been walking, everything, the sun was just like heaven's sun, and I could almost hear the song that we're all singing together. And I was hovering. I was above I knew I wasn't dead because my avatar was still walking, but I was above it. I was above my avatar, like. I was like, I was tall. I'm like, I'm freaking tall. Like, it's really cool. It is here. It's online. We have these lessons to face. Put out your wants and let them go. And I've got a big one that I'm facing right now with that. When it comes to this place. Have faith and trust and know I'm exactly where I need to be. And let it go and know that miracles do happen. And I will be out of here. I'll be out of here eventually. So I know I mentioned it earlier, and I'm trying not to fixate on this. It's really getting to me. And again, it's because there's shit within myself, and I get that. But it's to a certain extent, it's getting to me that person tried to say I only care about the money. And I'm just like, if you only knew how much I really don't give a fuck about the money. And that's part of why I'm where I'm at right now. I don't have all the things in the world right now because I want true happiness, and money ain't gonna do that. So I'm struggling, man. I am in a place that I'm very thankful. I've got a roof over my head, but there are big challenges with it. And guys, I have almost zero income. If I was all about the money, my life would be very different right now. I have pretty much zero income. And I'm just working on accepting it, being okay with it, reminding myself it's the true happiness I want. And material and distractions don't bring that. So Oh, because I was saying that earlier too. I am going to end this here in a second, but that I think I was starting to say this earlier and I forgot. You know, within the illusion, that's what gets to me, because it's like there's more than enough for everyone, and no one needs to be living in a mode of any kind of stuff or lack of abundance. But again, it's illusion, and when we see people who are struggling that way, it's a hard role they've taken on, and we need to honor them for that. And I'm working on that. So, all right. Well, thanks you guys for everything. I appreciate you all. If you guys ever feel like it's worth it, there's the thumbs up button, subscribe button. The link for tips and donations are always in my stuff. And like I said, I will be back to do free readings. I'll always do free readings randomly, and I will get to a point where I will never need to charge for this again. So I can't wait for that. And they just had me look at how long I've been recording. It was 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 56 seconds. So the one didn't really count with the 4, 5, 6. So that was kind of funny. So, all right. Thanks, you guys. I appreciate you all very much. And you're all awesome. Remember, we're all reflections of each other. We're all doing the best that we can. And yeah. All right. Thank you, Haran. I appreciate that. I love you all very much. And as always, have a wonderful now. Bye.